What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, Miss Eva? What's going on, Mama Bees? What's going on, Twin Flames? Let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me know, let me know, let me know. What's going on, Faith? What's going on? This is our Poly Talk Hour. Welcome, 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 welcome. This is where we talk things politics. We may get into a heated debate. We may get into a heated argument. But here, listen, we are here to talk about it. And we may not talk about things that, we'll get to all things politics, but this is supposed to be an hour show. What's going on, Red Man? What's going on? What's going on? An hour or less. All right. So a couple things I do want to get into. Please, again, make sure you guys hit that like button as you guys come on in. It is important that you do so. So I wanted to get into a few things as we do our Poly Talk Hour, okay? And this sometimes is an hour where we update on some of the things that we have, all of that good stuff. So as you guys know, Trumpisha just 100 days in office, and he's still up to his same old bull crap that he always up to. But he has his MAGA people, and his MAGA people are, riding for him 1,000%, so he says. So let's go ahead and get into the federal workers, okay? So there are many federal workers who are still getting, who are still being let go. You know what I'm saying? They're still getting fired. And it's just meant efficiency, cuts, budgets, and head counts across the government. A workforce job security is now best known by low moral and deeply unconcerning. Listen, I really think that this is sad and unfortunate in so many ways. I'm hearing a lot of people are being let go. The Internal Revenue itself, roughly 22,000 people have been let go of their positions. There are also 22,000 people who are seriously, wanting to take buyouts or wanting to take the out. I believe they have until May the 5th to make that decision if they want to go that route. And my heart just really goes out to them because I really feel bad for a lot of people who I don't really think they have a choice but to accept the incentive that they're trying to give. So, and I don't really think it's an incentive that much. Hey, Jasmine. Hey, Mocha Drop. But I do think that it's sad that the federal workers are being let go. Unemployment, Department of Education is so many avenues and so many people who are losing their jobs. So we just need to keep them in prayer. The IRS issued a memo last week telling its approximate 90,000 employees that it was withdrawing from the agreement that allowed employees to work a flexible schedule. As a part of the 2022 labor agreement, the IRS allowed employees to work some 9-hour days as they could take a full typical work day off after they worked or logged enough hours. The deal was also allowed employees to pick their own start time, giving them additional flexibility over time. So they have cut that as well. So it is really sad. I hate to hear that. And it could be any of us. So let's just kind of, let's just keep everybody in prayer. As people try to do with what they can with what they have, So, yeah. All right. Never been more ashamed than being an American. He is systematically his entire nation. Listen, it's really sad. It's really sad to see all of this and how it's just sad to see. It's sad to see. I really feel like we are. I want you guys to listen to Candace Owens. I'm not a huge fan of Candace Owens at all. As a matter of fact, I'm not a fan of Candace Owens at all. Okay. A lot of people feel like Candace Owens is telling the truth here. Some people feel like right message, wrong messenger. And shout out to Don Lemons because he played this earlier and it made a lot of sense after and he explained it. So I'm going to play this piece of it. Hold on one second. Where is it? Wait a minute, y'all. Hold on one second. And then, of course, we'll talk about him wanting to cut the Harvard tax cut. He wants to end the Harvard tax cut. Let's just go ahead and get into that. So, y'all's president tweeted this. We are going to be taking away Harvard's tax exempt status. That's what they deserve. Now, we talked about this briefly last week. Well, it wasn't briefly. We talked about this last week where this has so many layers to it. I think it has so many layers to it with this. Some of these things he's wanting to implement, taking tax. I mean, he wants to take the statuses away from churches too. Anyone with 501c3 status. He wants to take all this away. For what reason exactly? Now, he was asked by Stephen A. Austin, and I want you guys to hear Stephen A. Smith. Why I say Stephen A. Austin? Oh, here go the clip. Here we go. Let's go.
Tax exempt. A university above Donald J. Tax exempt status. Here it is. I thought that I would see a day where I would be rooting for a university above. I never thought that I would see a day where I would be rooting for a university above Donald J. Trump and his administration. But I don't recognize his administration right now. I don't recognize what's happening. I have a theory. I do. We were kicking around some theories earlier, me and the team, and we were going, how could Trump be such a free speech enthusiast and allowing these things to happen? Going after college universities, trying to suppress speech, while pretending that you're not suppressing speech, while pretending that you're fighting DEI. It's so messy. It's so...
But this is what he been doing, Candace. This is what he been doing. Not only that has he been doing it, but he also told you what he was going to do. Now, all of a sudden, you disappointed. Oh, okay.
Obvious. Everyone knows what you're doing. People who are still trying to grift, I suppose, are not willing to challenge you on this, which is ridiculous, because when you are out of office, we are going to have to live with these consequences. Our children are going to have to grow up in this America, okay? So when you threaten our speech, it's not worth it so that we can have pom-poms and go hurrah for a couple of years, then go, okay, well, yeah, now it kind of stinks because, we're getting arrested for wrongthink. We got David Friedman. Yeah, arrest him. Arrest Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens. Get them. I love it. And if you think it's going to stop with college campuses, you're out of your mind. So you better buck up and root for Harvard University in this fight.
Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? Now I'm gonna come back. Candace Owens, girl, girl, I have nothing for Candace Owens. But let's go. This is Stephen A. Smith actually on the phone with Trumpisha. And listen to this.
Because when people think about Harvard, what they're basically talking about is they're asking, what do you say to those who view your actions as an attack on academic freedom rather than a defense of fairness? What do you say to that?
Well, I say this. We had riots in Harlem, and frankly, if you look at what's gone on, and people from Harlem went up and they protested, Stephen, and they protested very strongly against Harvard. They happen to be on my side. You know, I got a very high black vote. You know that. Very, very high black vote. It was a very great compliment to me. I did criminal justice reform. I did opportunity zones for one of the greatest economic deals ever for the black and Hispanic community. I got tremendous. They agree with what I'm doing with respect to Harvard.
Did y'all hear that? What in the flying does Harlem have to do with Harvard? In that sense, you did not answer the question. You don't answer questions. You lie too much. You deflect too much. You did all this stuff for black people in Harlem. Sir, what the do Harlem got to do with Harvard? Huh? He's a straight liar. A straight liar. I don't know what other way to put it. And I don't know why people choose to get out here and really... It's not funny, but he straight up lies. But again, what does Harlem have to do with Harvard, sir? Now, this is the same man that wanted us to believe that he was for HBCUs. This is the same man who said that he wanted to be for anyone. And then here you go with the whole, I had a whole black community who voted for me. You know, there was a lot of black people who voted for me. There's also a lot of black people who regret they vote, ain't it? And best believe Harvard is not going to hear what's going on. A tariff war or a trade war with China. We're never gonna win no shit like that. Are you crazy? So here's the thing. There's a lot going on. Hold on one second. Let me pull up this article. The Trump administration on Friday officially eliminated a loophole that had allowed American shoppers to buy cheap goods from China without paying tariffs. Yeah, we're always stuck. The move will help the U.S. manufacturers that have struggled. Oh, girl, y'all always want somebody to buy an article. I ain't buying nothing. Here we go. I don't think they're gonna make me purchase nothing. Okay, here we go. Cheaper goods from China are set to become a lot more expensive for U.S. consumers with the May 2nd expiration of the loophole that formerly allowed lower cost packages to enter into the country duty free. Ultra low cost realtors like Shein and Temu are among the major players that until Friday relied on the loophole that allowed them to ship low valued things to the U.S. tax free, allowing them to undercut U.S. based sellers, which exempted packages worth $800 from imported levies. Many goods from China and other countries will no longer be as low priced as they were once. We're stuck. We're stuck. I told y'all this was going to start affecting a lot of small businesses, especially people out here who, of course, get their items from China or anywhere else. They're going to have a rough time. And I just want y'all to know that, UPS is getting ready to cut jobs. There are so many places, like, we really have a lot to be concerned about. They're struggling with the different ports, with the trucks bringing things in. It's a lot going on, y'all, and we have to be smart in this process. And this is why I say, and I have said several times, y'all, we have to be a lot smarter. in this situation. When you go to the grocery store, grab your little extra, because we're gonna need it. And I'm with everybody else now. I think I'm about to start planting some seeds. So it's gonna be really important to do that, y'all. I think the part that I hate is that life goes on, and so these tariffs being added to everyday cost things that you need, or everyday essential things that you may need. It sucks. It absolutely sucks. But I just found it interesting that that it expired May the 2nd. I think I had read that somewhere else anyway, that was going to happen. But yeah, that means a lot of things. Now, China ballooned from 5.3 billion to 66 billion, according to February's report. Child, that is crazy. And the reason why Trumpisha did this was because he felt like he wasn't gonna go this far with China. Why he didn't think about that, I have no damn clue. Why he don't think about nothing else he do that's crazy and ridiculous. I can't, y'all. I can't. My husband has been collecting military food that lasts over 33 years lifespan. So we've been getting that. Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, listen, you got to do what you have to do, because this stuff is becoming something that I feel like is just all around crazy. I really do. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I have one more topic, and then I'm actually done for the day. My garden is starting to thrive. Even if you just get a few extra large planters and start growing small tomatoes, lettuce, strawberries, potatoes, you can grow these on the patio. Yeah, I agree. It's time to definitely get out there and start doing it, y'all. It really is. It's time to get out there and start doing it, because it ain't gonna do it itself. And then you got to worry about them pumping all these different things into these vegetables and fruits and all kind of stuff. Like it's not. I can't with it. I cannot with it. All right, hold on, y'all. And if you're just joining us, please make sure you hit that like button. It's greatly appreciated. Oh my gosh, I'm hoping I can find this. And we're not even going to talk about the taxes stuff, y'all. Like, listening to Trump sit down at that table talking about, again, he's really justifying this tax that only helps billionaires. That's not even thinking about lower class, middle class, any other people. Like, I think it is absolutely gut-wrenching ridiculous to listen to him sit down and, like, again, you giving everything to the rich people who don't need anything in that sense. Like, that's the crazy part. I can't. I can't. There was something. Oh, here we go. So I wanted to talk about this passing the House. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Okay, so the commencement speech that he did at the university, it was awful. It was awful. I heard it this morning. Absolutely awful. All right. So the U.S. House of Representatives on Monday voted overwhelmingly to pass a bill aimed at cracking down on posting of sexual images and videos of people online without their consent, including AI-generated deepfake nudes of real people. It did pass the House. Now, the interesting thing is Donald Trump actually has to sign it. They came out trying to justify it by saying that Melania came out and basically said that she's behind it 1,000%, of course. But I do hope that this is signed, because I think it's crazy. I don't know if you guys have seen those AI photographs. They're very scary, actually, scary looking, because they do. Some of them do look, they look similar to the people. And when you have them naked and if other artists laying in between their butt and all kind of stuff like that, it's crazy. And you do not want that type of stuff to happen. So I do feel like they need to crack down on that. Same with, people with malice intent sharing your sexual explicit content or whatever it is without your knowledge. You're not uploading it to any websites or anything like that. I think it's crazy to allow other people to do that and get away with it. So I'm actually glad that they're doing it, because I think it's crazy. I think it's crazy. What you think is exposing someone else, I hope and pray that they can fix that. So hopefully Stupid sign it. Hopefully Stupid signs it. Okay? And no, we still not on your side. Okay? We still not on your side. Y'all, now, let's see here. This is the name of the Food Mountain House, Best Buy, July 2054. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Now, this whole immigration thing, y'all, this whole deportation, immigration, it's so many layers to that too. Jesus, Lord have mercy, so many layers to that. I just really feel like we're in a crazy spot with this. So this was, okay, that article is not new. Okay, so I wanted to update you guys on the guy over in El Salvador. Now, this was on April the 30th, so this was 2 days ago. It says the U.S. President Donald Trump on Wednesday said that he has not spoken with the El Salvadorian president about the return of the man who was mistakenly deported from Maryland. And the top U.S. deployment refused to comment on reported contacts with El Salvadorian authorities. So basically they're saying that they haven't contacted them. They haven't spoke with them. Now we do know that there was, that, he has been seen, he has been heard. I really hate that for him. And then he's not the only one. There's several people who are being deported without due process. Y'all, they deserve the due process. Like, this is insane. And I really keep saying this. It could be any of us. Y'all think we off the hook. We really not, truth be told. The other day, if you wrongfully come over here, you have children over here, you ain't supposed to be over here, then that's on you. That's on you. Then it shouldn't matter what happened to your kids. I was like, what in the world? Again, it's sad. Wrongfully deported, sent over to a prison, the worst prison that there is, and we good with it. We all right with it. Nah. Don't say right with me. House just approved a bill to deport American citizens also. And see... This is getting scary, y'all. It's been scary actually. We gotta listen. We gotta be in the know. We gotta know what's going on, y'all. We gotta be careful. It's just it's oh man, it's sad. It is very sad. Well, listen, y'all. This was my political talk for today. I'll be back on track next week, Tuesday and Friday next week. Tuesday and Friday of next week. We'll be back on track. We'll be able to talk. We'll be able to talk. And next week, I think I'm gonna do something different, and I think I am gonna drop the link next week for those of you that want to come up and just kind of give your take on certain things. So we may do it. We may do it on Friday evening, when I think everyone is off work and could possibly pop up and talk about it. But yeah, I think next week we'll go ahead and drop the link. And we'll just kind of let everyone let loose on the things that we have discussed in politics, or what you agree with, what you don't agree with. I mean, why not? Why not? We can have a conversation. We talk about everything else. Let's talk about it. We're in a space right now where we must make our voices heard. We must talk about these things and, go from there. But and then next week I'll be on my laptop and I'll be able to share articles and screens and stuff like that. Okay. Listen, I hope you guys have a wonderful Friday. If you go out, pay attention to your surroundings, read the room where you be at, all that kind of stuff. Make sure you take good care of yourself. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.